A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. We've arrived along Orange Blossom Trail at Camping World Stadium here in beautiful Orlando, Florida, as we'll see the national champions from last year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Canes ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. Great place to start for this offense.
Timeout, LSU.
They'll run it from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, they're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting portal and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces off that national championship team a year ago, but they also added a lot of talent. That's why this fan base is hoping for back-to-back national championships.
Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. With the run on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. LSU quick to the line. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown LSU! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking downfield on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. The give on the option. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Gonna run it. It's Harper. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this one will be ruled incomplete. Made the catch, but just couldn't stay in bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Unloads it left. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Snags it quickly on the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. And the Canes headed quickly to the line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Floating away. Fires on the move. Makes the catch. It's Clark.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that.
Trying to get behind the defense. Catch and stride inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you. But when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time. And the offense gets a huge explosive play.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Upshaw. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
To the air on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this.
Oh, it's a fumble. And he was able to get back on top of it. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Crosses to 40. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats.
LSU 14, Miami 7.
So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a 1st down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years. Foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires left. Makes a connection. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. LSU right back to the line. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. on 2nd and goal. This is a designed run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to ball his way in. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are good. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like, first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Miami.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Flips it out in the flat. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play. throw it to start the drive. Makes the catch.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up and making the big play.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Wants to fire on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
LSU trying to convert a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Harper. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He's got his man. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll leave it with him. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going to fire deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to move them on the counter. Oh, he's got some space. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the ground, he's got it again. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Going to swing it on second down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wideout. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Punts it out of the air. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You get a little bit of time to throw, you can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And the Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down.
He'll take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He's looking to pass. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Hurricanes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Somehow fits it into that traffic. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Second down, they'll go to the air. 10-yard line as they are threatening to score.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Under fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harper. Touchdown, Miami! And here they come, almost all the way back. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Finding an escape route. Breaks into the open. A really productive run gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. So they come to the line and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Got the first down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He's got him. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll try the run. Creates a little space. Hits the afterburner. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA in a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. Kennesaw State is going to get out of Dodge with a win. This shave might have been a little closer than Owls fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This drive will open from the 15. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On the move. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. So first down will open up the final period. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Canes are facing 3rd and inches. It's caught.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Clark. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Gets the back moving. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And This one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
They'll go to the ground. LSU will get a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Tigers are flying down the field. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Takes a hit as he fires.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got his man. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Man, you practice this all week for a reason. The 2-minute situation is so important. I like the completion. I like the first down. Let's see if we can get one more play in real quick before the 2-minute timeout.
He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. The give on the inside. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. The play action fake. Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. And you can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
Wide open downfield. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The give out of the gun.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
They'll send the back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the catch. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. The Hurricanes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Canes.
chance to make this happen. We had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Touchdown, Tigers! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Quick pass on the jet motion. He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good.
That keeps the score. LSU 34.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick this one.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Going right to work up top. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. The screen, and watch out. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Touchdown, Tiger. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop it. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
Miami 22.
And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. Timeout called by the offense, a mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They had to have it, and they got it. A touchdown late in this game.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
There he goes. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.